Commissioner. Your suit is back from the cleaners. I don't know why you're taking all that paperwork to Las Vegas.
It's called a working holiday.
It looks like the Pentagon papers.
It's next year's police budget, final draft.
Oh, we're getting a raise?
That'd be nice.
Well, if we are, don't blow it all at the casinos.
This time I'm not going near the tables.
Good. I like a man with a strong moral fiber.
You're looking at him.
I'm looking at a man with a tendency to lose.
You're looking at a man with a tendency to fire housekeepers.
Look, the last time you came back from Las Vegas, you were wearing a barrel. What are you going to do down there? Make a speech or something?
Dinner party.
Who's going to be there?
Donna Lindquist is going to be there.
Good. Then you won't be needing these pajamas.
We're just good friends.
You had dinner twice last week.
I have dinner with you all the time.
Well, that's different. What's she doing in Las Vegas?
Tennis tournament.
Tennis tournament?
Mm-hmm.
I knew she was rich. Where'd the tennis come from?
Lessons. A few years ago, she was third in the country. That's when she was Donna Drake.
What happened?
She stopped competing. Married Eric Lindquist.
Commissioner, you and a married lady?
Eric Lindquist died 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
You ought to be sorry.
I'm sorry. I'll get the phone.
I'll get the horn.
Commissioner McMillan's residence. Oh, hi, Lieutenant. Yeah, just a minute. Commissioner.
Oh, no, not more revisions.
For you. I'll get the horn.
Yeah, Charlie.
Just called to wish you a good trip, sir.
Yes, sir. Same here. Oh, sir, by the way, do you have any last-minute instructions?
No, but you can call me if anything comes up. You do have the number, haven't you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Try to relax a little bit, Commissioner. I know you've been knocking yourself out on that budget.
Taxi's here, you guys. Gotta run.
Have a good trip, Commissioner.
Goodbye, sir.
You know, Sergeant, it is so good to see the Commissioner back in the swing of things. After Mrs. McMillan was killed in that plane crash 8 months ago, I really never thought he was going to be himself again.
Yeah, well, he certainly seems to be okay now. So, hasn't he been seeing somebody recently?
Yeah, Donna Drake, the tennis player. Maybe she can help his forehand.
What am I going to do while he's gone?
Oh, relax, Sergeant. Learn to take things in stride. You'll get used to it. You know, there were days when I practically
budget. Oh, where's the commissioner?
Why, he's not here, Chief.
I'll see if he gets these budget revisions right away.
Revisions, sir?
Final revisions.
Yes, sir. I'll take care of it right away.
Say, Enright, aren't you down in plans and personnel now?
Yes, sir. I just came by the office to say hello.
What do I do with these? I gotta catch him.
No. It's too late to catch the Commissioner. You're going to have to take those revisions to Las Vegas.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. I know this is going to foul up your whole weekend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
the change.
Thank you.
Would it be possible for you to make arrangements for me to run a car during my stay here?
Yes, sir.
And, make it a good-sized car, will you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Commissioner.
Front. Enjoy your stay, sir.
What? Oh, thank you. Take my bags out from my room.
How's Donna's waiting? Oh, she's better than ever. Tennis has changed a lot, though, in 10 years. The competition is ruthless. But we're in the quarterfinals. We. Well, that's coach talk, you see. It's we when we win. It's Donna when she loses. Come on, Mac.
No, 5 minutes. I want to go to the
We've got a
roulette.
box waiting for you. The match starts
Yeah,
in
but
15 minutes. You can lose your money later. Will you? Come on.
It's all over but the shouting. Come on, Donna.
Miss Drake won the first set 6 games to 4, and now leads in the second set 4 games to 3. Set and match to Miss Drake. She wins the second set 6 games to 3, having won the first set 6 games to 4.
Oh, you were beautiful. I love you.
Shabby for a husband, huh?
Oh, I knew you could do it. I'll see you in a minute.
Wow, lady, have you got it.
Is that confined to tennis?
I'd like to talk to you about that.
Better keep your mind on business. There's a lot riding on this caper.
Don't worry, Van Doren. I can handle the action.
I hope so, because if you can't handle it, you're going to be a very sorry little girl.
Who all's coming to this party?
Just a few friends.
Huh?
We'll slip away early. I've got to stop by the desk. There's a message I'm expecting.
Good. Then we can stop at the roulette table.
Absolutely not.
Just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Oh.
Nothing at all, Miss Drake.
No message from a Mr. Van Doren?
Sorry.
Just a couple of minutes.
Absolutely not.
Commissioner!
Uh-oh. It's got to be bad news.
I'm glad I found you right away, sir.
Oh, Donna, this is Sergeant DiMaggio. Miss Donna Drake.
Hi.
How do you do, Miss Drake? Listen, I'm very sorry to intrude this way, sir, but Lieutenant Enright figured you want to see these right away. It's the final budget revisions.
Revisions?
Yes, sir.
I hope this hasn't inconvenienced you, Sergeant.
Oh, listen, don't worry about me, sir. You know, actually, I've never been in Las Vegas before.
Oh, how nice. Then you'll be spending the weekend?
Well, I was sort of hoping it would end up that way, sir.
It did. You'll find the calculator in my room next to yesterday's revisions. Here you are. And here's the key. Why don't you get started? $10. Just $10. Come on. Just a couple of... What's wrong?
I'm worried about Jeff. He should have been here by now.
Oh, I realize you're only his stepmother, which is hard to believe, but he's almost 21.
I know, but he's had no father since Eric died.
Commissioner, let's share the wealth. Come on, Donna, let's dance.
You boys will turn my head with all this attention.
Sway, Miss Scarlett.
That's the old Donna. She looks like $1 million out there.
$1.5 million if you include the diamonds.
I don't think she's had them on since Eric died.
Well, they're too beautiful to be hidden in a vault. They belong where they are right now.
You, known Donna long, Mr.
Wesley.
Wesley?
Well, we're sort of related by marriage. My wife was Eric's sister. Unfortunately, she's gone too. But I guess I feel a certain responsibility for Donna.
She's lucky.
Speaking of dancing, you know what you need? You need a lifelong partner.
Like you, Randy?
Well, now that you mentioned it, look, I'm the hottest thing on the strip. I'm on the top. Why don't you take me?
Randy is so adorable.
May I?
This is fantastic.
I haven't had so much fun since my high school reunion.
You can't.
It took you long enough.
I was in the shower,
Everything on schedule?
just like clockwork.
Now you know what you're supposed to do.
Will you please stop worrying? Boy.
Telephone call, Miss Drake.
Oh, thank you. Hello? Oh, yes, that'll be fine. My suite. See you then. Would you gentlemen excuse me?
Was that Jeff?
No,
Sounds mysterious.
just an admirer.
Sure you don't want some company?
Be right back.
Just like a dime store trinket. Here, I'll take it.
That's okay, I got it.
Mr. Van Doren, nice to see you again. Please come in. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Can I get you anything?
No, I don't care for any. Thank you very much. Ah, their beauty is exceeded only by yours, Miss Drake.
You're very kind.
Breathtaking.
You mentioned a figure.
Oh, they're superb at any cost, my dear.
Then we're in agreement.
Of course.
Good. I haven't told anybody about this, as you suggested, but I did draw up a paper between us. I'll just be a minute.
That won't be necessary, Miss Drake.
What?
Let's not waste any time. Do you recognize this?
That's Jeff's ring. Where did you get it?
In the old days, I would have brought you his finger as well, but this is much more civilized. I can assure you we won't hesitate to kill him. The diamonds, please. The diamonds.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You won't hurt him.
All of them?
It's gone.
I want them all.
I don't have it. I must have left it on the table downstairs when I was taking your phone call. I'd give it to you if I had it.
Stay in the room for 15 minutes and don't call the police.
What about Jeff?
He's as good as free when I leave the hotel. Goodbye, Miss Drake. Thank you.
Now, this man, what did you say his name was?
Van Doren.
Van Doren. You'd met him before?
Yes, he came to see me in San Francisco about 2 weeks ago. Claimed to be a close friend of Eric's in Europe after the war. He seemed to know him so well. He told me charming stories about him. How could I have been so gullible? Mac, you sure they won't hurt Jeff?
No. The police are on the way. Now, did he talk about the diamonds?
Well, yeah, he did. But only casually at first. He said, Eric had once offered to sell him the diamonds, but he couldn't afford them at the time. And now everything had changed. He'd made a killing in oil or something. He still wanted to buy the diamonds. Are you sure Jeff's going to be all right?
Oh, sure. They're not going to be that stupid. Now, he offered you a fabulous price, much higher than the appraised value. Yeah. And he suggested you bring the diamonds here, while he, coincidentally, was going to be in town while you were playing in a tennis tournament.
Yes.
Boy, were you set up. I'll get it.
Jeff, thank God you're safe. I was so worried I don't care about the diamonds.
What's wrong?
The diamonds.
I gave him to that man less than an hour ago.
For ransom. They kidnapped you.
An hour ago, I was hung up with car trouble 20 miles outside of town. Nobody kidnapped me.
Miss Drake, is there anything else you can tell us about this fellow Van Doren?
I've told you all I know, Lieutenant.
Now, Mr. Drake.
Lindquist. Jeff Lindquist.
He's my stepson.
Oh? Now, you say you were driving up from Los Angeles this evening when you had some car trouble. Is that right?
Yeah, I burned out a clutch.
And your ring? You say this was stolen out of your locker at your athletic club?
Yeah, that's right.
Good evening, Lieutenant. I'm Webb Hilliard with the Continental Casualty Company. I'm in Vegas on another case. I was at the police station and thought I'd look in on this case. Obviously, it involves quite a large claim.
Miss Drake, our coach, Mr. Merrill, our stepson, and Commissioner McMillan from San Francisco.
How do you do?
I'm terribly sorry about what happened, Miss Drake. I'll be needing all the facts as soon as we can put them together.
I'm sorry to say the jewels were only partially covered.
I think I'd better notify the San Francisco office as soon as possible.
For one thing, they'll have photographs and descriptions of the diamonds.
Just about to suggest that myself.
Lieutenant, what are the chances of getting the jewels back?
Well, that's hard to say.
Well, these aren't the first things stolen in Las Vegas, and they won't be the last.
Well, up to now, our recovery rate has been pretty good.
Those diamonds are fairly well known, Lieutenant. They'd be pretty tough to fence. Whoever stole them probably intends to sit on them for a while.
Which is why we got the airport, the train station, the bus depot, and every road out of town covered, Commissioner.
Then you're on top of it, Lieutenant.
Thank you.
Well, Lieutenant, could we clear out now and let Donna get some rest?
All right.
Nice to have met you all.
I'll call you from my room.
Commissioner.
You, sir?
Oh, well, there's a little corruption in everybody, Sergeant. You just win once in a while.
17, black.
Stay with me, Sergeant. I think you brought me luck.
33, black.
Ha! You better get out while you're ahead.
No way. I'm gonna let it ride.
Black.
Commissioner, I'm on a winning streak. Can't lose. Don't leave me.
Three, red.
I want you to take this and don't let me touch it. If I ask for it, if I beg for it, turn me down. All I have left is a little change.
Sir, maybe I better take that too.
I want you to take this and put it in the hotel safe and get a receipt. Everything all right?
Fred's here.
So I heard. Halfway down the hall.
No, I was just leaving.
What's the matter?
He's furious with me. Said I had no right to try and sell the diamonds. They've been in the family for generations.
Well, why did you?
I thought you'd ask me that. Everyone assumes Eric left me a fortune.
He didn't?
He didn't. Things went pretty badly for him those last couple of years. He lost just about everything.
And, Fred doesn't know?
Well, nobody knew. Except Roland Merrill. He was executor of the estate. Anyway, I managed to pay off all the debts and hang on to the jewels. Till tonight. That's why I had to go back on the circuit. I need the money. Those jewels were all I had left.
And now all you have left is the money that the insurance company gives you.
Yes, but it isn't for me. It's for Jeff. Well, he'll be 21 in a couple of months, and he thinks he's coming into a fortune. I wanted to give him something.
You mean he doesn't know anything about your financial situation?
I couldn't tell him. He was so proud of his father, so accustomed to the life Eric provided for him.
And you keep on indulging him, new sports cars, getting him everything he wants?
I couldn't tell him, Mac.
Oh, I think you should, Donna. Give him a chance to be the man he thought his father was.
I don't need any more advice tonight, all right?
Yeah, I guess that just about does it. Maybe I better leave.
Maybe you better.
Yeah?
Mac, I didn't want to call anybody else. Lieutenant Bodine just sent for me.
I'll be right there.
We found this beside the body. Must be the murder weapon. It's been wiped, but there's some real good prints on the clip. Shouldn't be too hard to trace a custom piece like this.
You won't have to trace it, Lieutenant. Belongs to me.
What were you doing with a gun?
Normally I keep it back home. The ranch is pretty isolated.
You brought it with you because of the diamond.
Right.
Miss Drake, according to the lab report, there are no other prints on the clip except yours.
Figures. Killer never handled the clip. Just wiped the outside of the gun clean.
Miss Drake, don't you think it would save us all a lot of time and trouble if you told us what really happened?
I have told you.
We've been through this enough. Come on.
Hold it just a second. Hold it. Now, where do you think you're going?
Have you got charges?
Look, Commissioner, this investigation isn't over yet. And just so that you know where things stand, Miss Drake, I wouldn't plan on leaving Las Vegas right now.
I'm here for a tournament. You can always find me at the hotel.
Commissioner, I'd like a word with you. Now, look, Commissioner, you may be a big man in San Francisco, but in this town, you're just another tourist.
You're suspicious only of her.
Because I got 15 years on the force, and this whole thing stinks. First, there's a kidnapping. Then it turns out that isn't a kidnapping. It won't be the first time some rich kid tried to pull a scam like that.
It's been tried.
Let me tell you something else. I've seen my share of these phony jewel thefts. You know, people trying to work the insurance angle.
That's not the case here. There's not enough insurance involved.
So the lady says. That still has to be checked out. The point is, now I've got a murder on my hands involving the lady's gun. Are you beginning to get my drift, Commissioner?
You must be tired.
No,
Good. Come on, take me home.
Maybe you'd better go alone. I mean, you'll never make Center Court this afternoon without some sleep.
How noble.
Beat it before I change my mind.
We're being awfully sensible. But
I'm gonna take a walk.
You're up bright and early. Yeah. It's quite a machine, isn't it? I wish somebody would buy me a toy like that.
Yeah, I guess you could say she overdoes it a little bit.
Yeah, particularly since she doesn't have that kind of money anymore. You know there wasn't much left of the estate after the debts were settled. Yeah, I'm trying to help, but, well...
Can I give you a hand?
No, that's all right. That's why I encouraged Donna to get back on the circuit. One of these days, I've been meaning to solder this thing back together for Donna. But I just have to find the time. Oh, by the way, anything new with the police?
Yeah, they found the man who stole the diamonds.
Well, that's fast work. Did they get the diamonds?
No. He was dead when they found him. No diamonds. He was shot with Donna's gun.
Donna's gun?
It was in her room. Somebody stole it. Shot the thief with it. Sergeant, don't you know what time it is?
Oh, hi, Commissioner. No, sir. My watch stopped. Instead of my stomach, all I know is I'm $700 ahead.
700?
You playing, sir?
You bet. Let me have the money.
No, sir, I'm sorry.
Did you hear what I said? I said, let me have the money.
Sir, don't you remember you told me not to let you have it?
I know. Forget all that. I changed my mind. Give me.
Sorry, sir.
I'm giving you new orders, don't you understand?
Yes, sir. I understand. Not a penny.
All right. Forget all that. $50.
No, sir.
25.
Nope.
10, and that's as low as I'll go.
Nothing, sir. 0, and that's as high as I'll go.
Sir, you're bothering the player. Please?
No, just a minute. This gentleman and I. Come on, get me.
Hey, come on, buddy. You heard what the guy said. If you're gonna panhandle, why don't you do it someplace else, all right?
Hi. What's the latest from the fuzz?
Hello, Jeff.
Mac, did you hear about Betsy Stouffer?
No.
She's down with the flu.
Oh?
And we're in the quarterfinals.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, yeah. We.
Poor Betsy, as rotten as I feel, even with her 102 degrees fever, she'd have slaughtered me.
Donna, I'm going to check in with the committee. Now, I want you to relax for about an hour, and then I want you to work out. You got it?
Got it.
Anybody eating this?
Saw you come in this morning, Jeff. At 7 o'clock. Where were you?
Couldn't sleep, I guess. I drove around.
Drove around. Thought you said you burned out a clutch.
Yeah, I gun it a little. So what?
The bolts in the clutch plate haven't been touched. That's so what? You're lying.
Mac, what are you doing?
I asked you a question.
Okay, what's the big deal? I met this girl back in L.A., except she works here in Vegas. So I came down a little earlier to see her, that's all.
Is that why you pretended to have car trouble?
Well, sure. I didn't want to hurt your feelings, Donna. I knew you were expecting me earlier.
Is that where you were last night, too?
I went over to see her. She wasn't there. I waited around. She never showed up.
What about the signet ring, Jeff?
Guess I left it at Cindy's.
You were used. Your girlfriend is in on it. Give me her name and address.
According to a neighbor, she left with her suitcase last night, which means she has no intention of returning. Now, I think it's fairly obvious that Cindy Walker was hired to keep Jeff Lindquist busy while Van Doren did his number with the diamonds and faked the kidnapping.
Now, that's an interesting theory. But what do you know about Jeff Lindquist, Commissioner?
Evidently not as much as you.
Jefferson Lindquist, bad checks, car theft. Look, I won't bore you with all of it, but no convictions. Looks like his stepmother was able to smooth things over.
Did you run a fingerprint check on Van Doren? And is Van Doren his real name?
His real name is Cecil Kaufman. Wanted in New York for embezzlement. Served time in Illinois for forgery.
Any known associates?
We went to his apartment this morning. We found this. Now, that's a pretty cozy little group, Commissioner. Jeff Lindquist, Van Doren, and what has got to be Cindy Walker.
Here. Don't tell me. You're here for the housekeepers' convention.
Not even that important. Oh, Commissioner, if I'm interrupting anything, like maybe you might have somebody in the room, a beautiful girl, plays tennis, you know. I can come back.
Sergeant DiMaggio is neither beautiful, nor does he play tennis. Won't you come in?
Yep, you're right. He is the only one here. Oh, no offense, Sergeant. Message to Garcia from, Chief Paulson.
More revisions.
Finals.
And I suppose you volunteered to come down here.
Of course.
At the city's expense, too.
Of course. Well, why should everybody else be in Las Vegas over the weekend?
Oh, of course.
Sure. How's tennis?
Agatha, out.
Did they have a fight?
Oh, no. There's been a little excitement. A robbery, kidnapping, murder.
Ooh. Don't leave out a thing.
All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about this thing for a change. Now, I am not young. I am not handsome. I'm a little paunchy. Great personality. And remember what I said, I'm on top. Give you anything you want. Got plenty of money. And you know what's most important of all? I care about you, Donna. I really do.
Randy, you're sweet. Beneath that tough facade
is a tower of weak. Yeah.
Randy, you understand.
Oh, sure, I understand. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop trying.
You're really something, Randy, and you've been real nice to me.
Oh. What? Hi.
Oh, hi. Sit down, have some coffee.
Hope I'm not intruding. Oh, no, just making the lady laugh a little bit, breaking her up with bits and pieces, proposing. Nothing I couldn't do later. Sit down. Be my guest, Commissioner. I have an 8 o'clock show. Later.
Poor Randy. He's really a very decent guy. You know, he pulled a lot of strings to get me into this tournament.
He's also in love with you. Not that I blame him. Double martini on the rocks, please.
What is it, Mac?
Jeff. Had a few scrapes with the police, didn't he?
Not the sort of thing a family brags about.
There's something else. Did you know that Jeff and his girlfriend knew Van Doren?
Must be an explanation.
Donna, did Jeff know you had your gun with you?
Mac, you can't suspect him.
Take a look at it. First, he arrives late, which sets you up for a fake kidnapping. Then the police find a photograph with Jeff and Cindy Walker and Van Doren. Then Van Doren is killed with your gun, while Jeff is driving around.
I don't believe it.
I don't either. I think he's been set up. But if he was, somebody's done an awfully good job.
I know Jeff. He'd never do anything to hurt me. Mac, help him.
I'll do all I can. Bodine.
And this was going to be our special weekend.
The tennis was exciting.
The weekend's not over yet. Gotta run.
Care to tell us what happened, Commissioner?
I came in here looking for Miss Drake. She wasn't here. The bottom drawer was open, and then somebody threw me in the closet and locked the door.
Somebody threw you in the closet and locked the door.
Anything missing, Miss Drake?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Commissioner, you said there was a drawer open.
Yeah, on the bottom right.
Bottom on the right. Oh. What have we here? Are these yours, Miss Drake?
Well, yes, but where'd they come from?
Well, considering the experience the commissioner had with the closet, I don't imagine he put them there.
That's a gratifying conclusion, Lieutenant.
Or maybe they were there all along.
Could be, Lieutenant. Nobody searched this room last night.
Or it could be the commissioner surprised somebody in the act of planning them.
There's another possible explanation, Lieutenant.
Oh, really? You care to give us the benefit of your, expertise?
Yeah. Maybe they're fakes. They haven't checked out.
Don't worry, Commissioner. I intend to do just that. Meanwhile, do you mind if I take these along, Miss Drake? I'll see that you get a receipt.
Go right ahead.
Gentlemen?
Good night.
Commissioner?
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
My, we look bright-eyed this morning. Did we have a big night?
We are much too nosy, and we should learn to mind our own business.
Well, I just thought...
Agatha,
How about a little advance? Say 50?
planning on feeding the slots this morning?
Who, me? Don't be silly. I just want to get my hair done.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Oh, come on. What about your mad money?
I forgot all about that.
Not much, but I'll take
Hey,
it.
wait a minute.
No, it's fine.
You can't...
You weren't thinking of gambling.
Me?
Good. Now, all I have to do is just find myself a good hairdresser.
You'll find the quarter slots on the other side of the bar.
Telephone, please. Commissioner McMillan.
They're calling you, Commissioner.
Yes, this is Commissioner McMillan. Yes, put him on, please. Yeah? Well, I'll see if I can find her and bring her right over.
We've done some checking on Cindy Walker. Apparently, she was on a plane to Los Angeles at the time of the murder.
Is that why you called us down here?
Well, like you suggested, Commissioner, we checked out the jewels. They're fakes, Miss Drake. They're all made out of paste.
Why didn't you tell me they were fakes?
Wait a minute. Let's get something straight. They weren't fakes.
And you don't know anything about it?
No.
Somebody made those copies, Donna. Somebody had access to the real diamonds. How are you doing?
Oh. I should have had my hair done.
That's what I want to talk to you about. What do you think of this hairdo?
Very pretty.
That's exactly what I think. Good relationship with her hairdresser, wouldn't you think?
2 or 3 times a week.
Hmm.
What's up, Commissioner?
Well, the police think she's back in town, and they can't get a line on her. How about checking out the beauty shops?
Okay. Oh, but I'll need a little more money, Commissioner.
You'll have to get that from DiMaggio. Tell him I said to give you 20.
20?
50.
Okay. Come on.
This is Cindy. I was in LA, but I caught the headlines. You didn't tell me there was $500,000 diamonds going down. Well, I only got $1,000 for this deal. I figured 10 grand is a little more like it. Yeah, well, I thought you'd see it my way. No, I don't want to meet you at your place. I don't want to meet you at all. Van Doren made that mistake. Listen, you just leave my money at the Hotel Penguin, at the desk, in my name.
Got your information, Commissioner. The big jewelry outfits are all closed over the weekend, so I located another expert. Benny Musgrove.
Who?
You remember. Benny the Iceman. Right. Well, he's on parole now, sir, but he's working with an insurance firm as a consultant.
Benny? Long time.
Hi, Commissioner. There are several top people around that do excellent base copy work with jewelry.
Uh-huh.
Due to the high cost of insurance these days, people often lock up the real stuff in a vault.
Uh-huh.
And wear the fakes. Jewelry is frequently copied for this purpose.
I see. And how long would that take?
That quality ice? It'd take weeks to duplicate them, Commissioner.
And of course, they'd need the originals to work from, wouldn't they?
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks, Benny. Sorry to mess up your weekend, Charlie.
Oh, that's okay, Commissioner. How's DiMaggio doing?
Oh, fine. He's very good at numbers.
On the budget?
At the tables. Bye.
Goodbye, sir.
Don't make any sense. Oh.
You did put that earring in the hotel safe, didn't you?
Of course.
Remarkable piece of work. Unusually fine craftsmanship.
But is it genuine?
But of course.
Hi.
I thought you might like to hear some good news.
I sure would.
The earring you left on the table, it's genuine.
That isn't news.
It is to me.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Donna, I never doubted you for a minute.
Because you knew I couldn't lie to you?
No. Because it would be awfully dumb for the owner of the diamonds to plant fakes in her own room. And, lady, you ain't dumb.
I'm not sure how I came out on that.
Just fine.
Is Commissioner McMillan there?
It's for me. Hello.
I hope I didn't interrupt anything.
How did you know where I was?
Where else would you be?
No, Agatha, you didn't interrupt a thing.
Not only did I find Cindy's hairdresser, but I found Cindy. She was getting her hair done. I followed to the Penguin Hotel. That's where I am now, in the lobby.
I'll be right there.
I'm expecting a package. Cindy Walker?
You want a room?
Do you have anything for me?
Cindy.
Walker. Thanks.
Hey, kid. Didn't you work this hotel about a year ago?
Hey, buddy, I'm supposed to meet a guy here. His name's McMillan.
How long you need the room?
Oh, wait a minute. You don't understand. You see, he's tall, dark, and handsome. When he gets here, tell him that Agatha had to leave.
What did you do, hypnotize him?
How'd you like a punch in the nose?
Agatha, where is she?
She just went out that way.
How did she do it?
That was smart, Cindy. Using a drop. Not that it's gonna do you any good.
No! Don't, please let me go. Please, just let me go. No!
I'll call the police. Honey, I think you're gonna be all right, sweetheart. Don't move.
6, I think. You're no more an insurance investigator than I am. Cindy's alive, Hilliard. She's gonna talk.
By that time, I'll be 5,000 miles away.
With what? Where are the jewels? Who's your partner, Hilliard? He's got the jewels, hasn't he?
That's real good, Commissioner. But as soon as they're fenced, I'll get my cut.
Throw down the gun. Throw down the gun. Put up your hands and don't move.
Wait!
Well, Commissioner, looks like it was Hilliard that wasted Van Doren.
He as much as admitted it.
I guess that wraps it up, right?
Not quite. He told me he was working with somebody else.
Did he say who?
He was just about to tell me when you shot him.
So what you're suggesting is that even I'm not above suspicion, is that right?
I like to keep an open mind.
Now look, Commissioner, we've had our differences, but consider this. If I was the one, if it was me, I would have killed you and not Van Doren. And believe me, it would have been easy.
Fair enough.
You know, I figured you for a paper jockey, Commissioner, but you got real class. Now, what do you say we stop bumping heads, huh? I could use some help.
Let's go talk to Cindy. Another dead end. Hey, did you believe her when she said her only contact was Hilliard?
Look, there's no reason for her to lie now. No, Commissioner, what it adds up to is this. Even if she knows there is another accomplice, she doesn't know who it is.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll have to smoke him out.
Donna, will you stop pacing? You're making me nervous. Have something to eat.
Oh, will you leave her alone? Now remember, Donna, you gotta go to the net, huh? The baseline is her game, all right?
For luck, hon.
Fred, thank you. Lovely.
It's okay.
What are you trying to do? Give a hay fever?
Mac, what happened? I didn't think you'd make it.
Well, we had a little excitement. Seems Hilliard was the one who killed Van Doren.
They caught him?
Yeah, he put up a hell of a fight. Lieutenant Bodine had to shoot him.
Is he dead?
Fortunately not. He's in emergency surgery now.
What about the jewels?
They still haven't showed up, but I'm sure they will. Seems Hilliard had a partner. As soon as he gets out of surgery, he's gonna talk. I mean, he's certainly not gonna take the rap alone.
I hope you get the diamonds back, Donna. But if you don't, we'll still get by.
I'm gonna win today. For a lot of reasons.
This is so exciting. How many innings do they get?
I don't know. Depends on how many golf bats they use.
Where's Sergeant DiMaggio?
Advantage, Miss Drake.
Wait a minute. You're gonna miss the big finish.
I'll be back. You're not watching the match, Roland?
Oh, it's too much tension, I guess.
It's funny. I always thought you were the coolest. You knew exactly what to do when Eric Lindquist died.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the executor of Eric's estate. You're the only one beside Donna who had access to the jewels. And you had them copied, didn't you?
That's utter nonsense. You're being ridiculous, Mac.
Of course it was you. You're the only one who knew enough about Jeff to manipulate him.
Are you through?
Hilliard's gonna talk. You know that, don't you?
Roland.
Roland Merrill. Except I don't think he intended for it to go as far as it did. Hilliard was the one who engineered the thing.
Then he's the one that planted the fakes up in Donna's room.
And killed Van Doren. The fakes were planted to pull the police off the trail.
Sure, the fake jewels pointed to me.
It's like the fake kidnapping.
One thing you haven't explained, Commissioner, where are the real diamonds?
In a perfect hiding place. Would you care to open?
do you get him in there?
Through the bottom of the can.
Through the bottom?
I noticed a soldering iron in the trunk of Merrill's car yesterday. Didn't pay much attention to it at the time. He said he was going to repair a trophy. And just a little while ago, it hit me. The trophy is made of stainless steel. You can't solder stainless steel. So the soldering iron had to be used for something else.
Yeah, like hiding a fortune in diamonds.
He almost had a good racket going. A tennis racket.
That was a great weekend. We ought to do this again sometime.
DiMaggio.
What? Oh, the money. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right here, down to the last cent, except for the 100 that I gave to Agatha.
100? I said 50.
Is that what you said? I never could get numbers straight.
You will when you get your next paycheck.
Why don't you just slip it in your new budget?
Bye.
Aren't you coming?
Tomorrow morning.
What? The money, you lose it.
Too busy to gamble.
Doing what?
Tennis lessons.
At night?
Shut up, Sergeant.
Hey, whoa.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mandel.
It's Friday. I can't do anything about it
But
until
I'll have
Monday.
him call
No,
you
I'm
as
sorry
soon
to
as
have
he's
to rush you off.
Commissioner, we didn't take up that Dawson
Commissioner
proposal.
McMillan's
That took him 4 months. You can wait
No,
1 week for an
Mr.
answer.
I'm sorry. He's
But, sir, we have this.
When he comes out, I'll have him call. If you'll just leave your
Maggie,
telephone.
pull the plug. I gotta get out of
But
here.
your phone messages.
Any from the President of the United States?
No.
Good. The rest can wait.
Commissioner, you have an appointment with Sergeant Rupert. Been waiting an hour.
Well, don't you think you can stall him or something?
I think you should stall him yourself.
Commissioner, I'm Sergeant Rupert.
You do?
I won't take up much of your time, sir.
Well, you know how it is. Something has come up.
Does that mean you won't be able to see me at all?
Well, sometimes it's necessary to shuffle priorities when an emergency arises.
Sure, I understand. I had it all the time in administration. Of course, now I'm in investigation. I've written this proposal for new training techniques. Could I leave it with you?
Sure.
Oh, let me put my number on it, just in case you have any questions. I'll be home all weekend.
Very good. Call me next week. We'll set up an appointment.
Great.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir. Thanks. He's terrific. Hey there. Hi, Maureen. I've been trying to get over here all week to see you. Did you get a place to live?
Oh, I found one. Moved in and got flooded out by a busted water main.
No.
So I'm living in a motel.
Well, it's silly. You can stay with me.
Well,
Hi, Janet.
hi.
See you about 7, okay?
Okay.
I put my housekeeper on a train, so nobody will be there. Just bring your toothbrush. I've got everything else you need.
Fine.
I hope you're looking forward to this weekend as much as I am.
I'm sure I am. Excuse me, Commissioner. Have a nice weekend. Both of you.
Stewart J. McMillan. The other was Janet Carney. Now, the door to the back was open. The screen was ajar. The windows were all blown out, almost all over the house, as you know. Okay, what else?
About these people you just mentioned. Are you involved?
Those are the people that we know of that were involved in the accident. We're checking them out.
DiMaggio, I heard the call go out.
Hi, Maureen. It looks like most of the damage was confined to just one room.
I think a friend of mine might have been in the apartment.
Janet Carney?
Yeah.
Well, they just took her off.
Where? To the hospital?
No.
Oh.
Did you know her very well?
I helped her get a job with the department.
I told the commissioner that when Joe Murchison is going to threaten somebody, he's not just popping off.
What about the commissioner?
Well, go back.
There you go, Goldie. There's the change out.
Thank you.
Get the top flies out. They're hitting on them.
Okay.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. What's the matter with these lakes of yours? They're supposed to let go of the fish every now and then.
Where you been fishing?
Like Kazanka, south side.
Sorry if you like to taste a little bitty carp.
You know a better place?
Well, sure, I know a lot of places. I got maps. I got around here. Oh, there you go. Look at him. Just one left. How about that?
Yeah, how about that? What'd you get for it?
Well, I like to make my customers, keep them happy. Just good public relations.
Well, thank you kindly.
But I do have expenses duplicating them. I'll be $10.
You know, the half of the fun of fishing is finding the right spot, don't you?
$7. Just be breaking even.
I tell you what, in case I strike out, I'll take one of those chops there.
You got a place around here?
No, I borrowed it from a friend.
That's really something, friend. Waiting this late in the season.
You know what they say about gift horses?
I don't know anything about horses. I'm allergic to them.
Oh.
There you go. That'll be $9.52.
$9.52?
Well, the trout was $7. What are you talking about? There you go, boy. You know something? You'd have been a lot better off taking that nap. Come back and see me. How much I say the map was?
$10.
So is the glasses. Muchas gracias. Come back and see me.
I'll try.
Sir, I still think we ought to wait for Lieutenant Enright to get back. He ought to be doing this, Chief. All right. Our first speaker today will be Chief Paulson. Chief Paulson.
There could be no more appropriate spot than this to honor the memory of Stuart J. McMillan. Mac loved this building. He loved this courtyard. And I like to feel that he's here with us right now, looking down, smiling that smile that we all know so well. And I think he'd be pleased if I repeated a story that is typical of the man. When I was first appointed to the rank of chief, he called me into his office to congratulate me. And I said to him, Commissioner, we are going to stamp out crime in San Francisco, or I'm going to die trying. And he said, Chief, since the Widow's Fund is running a little low, I hope that's not necessary. Yes. He's always ready with wit, wisdom, courage.
They're having a memorial for you.
Never mind all that. I can't talk to you now. I want you to meet me in an hour at the Palace Motel.
Why?
Do you want to go back to administration?
No.
Do you want to stay in investigation?
Yeah.
Then meet me there. I'll be registered under the name of, Sam Stew Chief. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. You all right?
Yeah.
Smile. All right. And don't tell anybody you saw me.
Right.
And we promise ourselves that the murderer of Stuart J. McMillan and Janet
Carney
will be brought to swift and uncompromising justice.
Yes?
It's Maureen.
Come on in.
I don't think so, sir.
Why?
Commissioner, there are things that are bothering me about this.
Come on in. Now, what's bothering you?
Are you aware that Janet was only 22 years old?
No.
She was. Now, I realize that in our society, a lot of women prefer older men. And I don't want you to think that I don't sympathize with your situation.
What situation are you sympathizing with?
Obviously, in recovering from the death of your wife, you have certain needs.
Obviously. Now get to the point.
You and Janet were together.
We were clearly not together.
She was in your apartment.
And Janet is dead.
Yes.
And the man that was with her in my apartment is dead.
Yes.
Then explain it to me. If I spent the weekend with her, how come I'm alive when the man who was with her is dead?
I don't understand any of this, sir.
I don't either. Sit down.
Thank you. It's just that I feel somehow responsible for Janet. And if she wasn't with you, what was she doing in your apartment?
I loaned it to her. She told me her place had a busted water main.
Yeah, she told me that.
Actually, we swapped places.
For what?
For Uncle's cabin on Lake Agonza.
Oh.
I needed a few days to myself, that's all. Didn't think it would turn out to be such a big deal.
Then you mean you and Janet never... Well, as I said, what went on between the two of you is really none of my business.
Now I have a question for you. How could they identify the body as mine?
I guess the explosion and fire really did a job.
Didn't the lab come up with anything?
They're working on it, but they can't be sure. The man was about your size, and your car was in its stall.
Oh, I had it in for repairs, and the garage called and said I wouldn't be ready till Saturday. Will you sit still?
I'm still, sir.
So rather than lose a night at the lake, I left my car for Janet and took hers.
I guess they just assumed it was you. Who else would be in your apartment at that hour?
I don't know. Do you have any ideas?
Me?
You knew her?
I knew her in college. She was a freshman and I was a senior. But as to who she'd been dating recently, I have no idea. Why are you hiding?
I need a little more time. I have to assume the man who was after me thinks he succeeded.
Yeah,
If he was after me.
but... Oh,
And if he wasn't, I have to find out who he was after.
you mean the man he killed?
Let's put it this way. If the cat thinks the mouse is dead, there are certain advantages to the mouse.
Don't you think you should tell the department about this, though?
No. No, not yet. Of course, it'll be tough on Agatha, my housekeeper. Well, I can't help that. There are a couple of things I want you to do.
Yes, sir.
You got a pencil? Paper? Right.
Oh. Shoot, sir. Hi. Hello.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Well, hello, Sergeant.
Oh, hello, Chief.
What's that?
These are Janet Carney's things. She was a friend of mine, on a personal basis. I just thought if there was something I could do to help.
The homicide people will take care of it, don't worry.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Loved your speech.
Oh, you did, really?
Yeah.
I felt special eloquence was called for. Thank you. Thank you.
Then there were 3 lipsticks, a comb, a lighter, theater ticket stub.
Have a date on it?
Last November, a production at Theater University. And then this thing from Cyril's church.
This thing?
Yeah, you know, a mimeograph sheet. One that has the prayers on one side and the day's activities on the other. There weren't many of those, though.
Was Janet Catholic?
Yeah, but I don't think she went regularly.
Was there a date on the sheet?
Yeah, last Saturday.
That was the day she died.
Maybe she went to Mass.
Or confession.
They can do that any day of the week.
There's only one way to find out.
Commissioner, your disguise.
Oh. Sergeant, your purse. Father?
Hello, may I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for the parish priest. Are you he?
Temporarily. Father Revere's been ill. Ordinarily, I'm his assistant. I'm Father Matheson.
Father? Interesting church.
Interesting churches are not necessarily always beautiful churches, although in this case, as you can see, it is.
Didn't Bing Crosby play you in a movie once?
I couldn't whistle Toodalooda if St. Peter himself demanded it. Have we met?
I don't think so.
I can't say whether I recognize your name since you haven't given one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Stuart McMillan, Commissioner of Police. Father, is there any place where we can talk privately?
That's usually done in the confessional.
I'm not here for a confession. I just want to talk.
Either my office or the cloister, take your pick.
I presume the cloister is as private as the office?
And prettier.
Even though I'm not a Catholic, Father, I would like this conversation held in confidence.
Anytime I'm engaged in professional counseling, I'm ethically bound to secrecy, even if it doesn't have the same moral strictures as the confessional.
I see.
Are you here for professional counseling?
No. I'm here to talk about Janet Carney.
What about her?
You do know her.
I did. According to the newspaper, she's dead. You were in the same newspaper. Your picture. I'm afraid I don't understand.
It's complicated. Lots of things I don't know myself, but I would like to know some things, well, anything, about Janet.
What sort of things?
She was here last Saturday, wasn't she?
And if she was?
I'm trying to identify the man she died with. The one they assumed was me. Did she mention anything about anyone? Somebody she was intimate with?
Commissioner, she did come, but it was for confession. And I'm sure you're aware that I just can't talk about that.
I am. Do you suppose you could talk about what she didn't say?
What do you mean?
You could save me running up and down a blind alley.
Good point. I guess I wouldn't be violating my vows by discussing what she didn't say.
Which was?
She didn't say anything that would be helpful to you. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
Scare you a little bit?
A lot.
Mind if I drive?
Well, I can drive.
Well, since I'm going to drop you off, this makes better sense.
They located Joe Murchison. They're bringing him in for questioning. He's the one that DiMaggio thinks is behind this.
Oh, good. Then I can stick with Janet.
How'd you know where I live?
I looked it up in a book.
A book?
The telephone directory.
Oh.
Do you always ask such dumb questions?
Well, what questions am I supposed to ask? Like, where are you dropping me off?
For instance?
Well, I assume you're dropping me off at a car rental agency, considering the fact that you need transportation. And you can't rent a car yourself without identification. Of course, you could keep on driving Janet's car, but the police are looking for it, so that wouldn't be very smart of you. Where are you dropping me off? All set.
Here, best hot dogs in town.
No, thank you. I'm trying to skip lunches lately.
Why?
Well, I'm starting to curve a little more than I used to.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Really?
When did you see Janet last? I mean, before she joined the department.
Last April. I went back for an alumni meeting.
Did you talk to her?
Just casually. Somebody said she'd been spending all her time with her studies.
All her time? Does that sound like Janet to you?
Pretty girls can be smart.
I've noticed. What was her major?
History. Are you going out to the university?
Well, I struck out at the church. Figured Janet's my only lead.
See Dr. Winninger. She's the active head of the department.
Okay, give me the keys.
Oh.
Oh, forgot.
If you drive a car that's rented in my name and you have an accident, is my insurance still valid?
I don't know. But always keep your car doors locked. Oh, yeah. Where is the car?
Out front.
You threatened him, Murchison, and he gets killed. Now, what do you want me to do, Murchison? You want me to chalk it up to ESP?
No, but I have a better suggestion. What you can do with it.
I don't know. Somehow I think if I hadn't been out of town, this whole thing might never have happened.
Oh, Buster, I wish I had been out of town. Then we could stop all of this and all go out for a drink.
Hey, the man is a lieutenant. So? So, call him that when you talk to him and show some respect, all right?
Sergeant.
Mercy. Lieutenant. I'm sorry if I didn't show the proper respect.
Look, you threatened him.
So I talk a lot. Did somebody pass a law?
Yeah? Sergeant Rupert, it's for you.
For me?
That's what my secretary says.
Thank you. Hello? Oh. Hello.
Listen, I want to ask you something.
Of course. I just didn't expect for you to call me here.
Enright's secretary wouldn't know my voice from Tony Bennett's.
Well, what do you want to know?
Sergeant, is that an important business phone call?
Yes. Sir, it's, a previous case I've been working on.
Maureen, I want you to think carefully. Did you tell anybody that I was alive?
Of course not. Why?
I was tailed right after I left you.
You were what? I guess I don't understand that.
Well, I don't either, but somebody knows a lot more what's going on than we do.
Of course there was one other.
Yes, I know, the priest. I'll check on him, but first I've made an appointment with Dr. Winninger. Are all the professors out there as tuned in as she is?
What do you mean?
When I told her I wanted to talk about Janet, she didn't even know about the murder.
That means she doesn't know you're alive. She doesn't know anything about you either.
I'm counting on it.
By the way, did you lock the car doors?
Goodbye.
Just what is the nature of your inquiry?
Well, Janet applied for a position in our department.
Must be a significant one with you checking her out yourself.
Why? Does it surprise you that she would apply for a significant job?
That she'd apply, no. That you take her seriously.
I take it you have a low opinion of her.
Janet is fairly bright, fairly ambitious. Sorry, I can't speak as well of her judgment or her personal conduct.
Could you be more specific?
I could, but I don't intend to.
I'm wondering about her friends.
I understand what you want. I have given you my professional opinion. I do not intend to indulge in gossip. Have a nice day.
Job done right, or saving a few bucks. I think we ought to have confidence that the Lord will provide.
If the bank would just have that much confidence in him.
Father, you leave the bank to me.
You've got it.
Goodbye.
Father.
Mr. McMillan.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I didn't want that man to see me. Who is he?
That's Bernard McGavin. Do you know him?
No.
He's chairman of the renovation committee.
Oh. Father, I want you to think back in the last 24 hours. Did you say anything to anyone that might give me away?
Of course not.
It's not a casual question, Father. Any veiled reference, any slip of the tongue?
I'm positive. Why?
Somebody's following me. If I could find out how he found out I'm alive, it might clear up a lot of things.
I see. Well, I guess I strike out again.
I don't know whether I'm glad or disappointed. Thanks. Okay, get up. Who are you?
My name's Mason.
Who sent you? Ah.
That'll explain everything.
San Francisco police.
Oh, Enright's gonna have my butt for breakfast.
Well, we finally got a dental make on that body. It didn't tell us who he was, but it did tell us that it wasn't you.
You didn't let the newspapers know. You must have figured out what I was doing.
Not really. But I decided to let Internal Affairs have a go at it to try and find out without blowing your cover.
Well, how did he locate me?
Well, I decided that you probably needed a contact, somebody in the department. So I told him to check any officer who'd been acting strangely the last day or two.
I used all the academic procedures against being tailed.
What now, sir?
Well, too many people know. Might as well release a statement.
Right away.
And we can turn in that rental car?
Right.
Oh, there is one more thing, Commissioner. You know that gold desk pen you always used? You know, your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you were killed, I mean, when I thought you were, when I thought that you weren't coming back and that you'd never need it again, I lifted it. I mean, I took it as a memento.
Yes?
Well, I would like you to have it, sir. And welcome back.
Thank you, Charlie. Oh, Charlie, I'd like to use Sergeant Rupert for a while, okay?
I'm ready, sir.
She's ready, sir.
Good, good. I have to let somebody know I'm alive. So I'd like you to lay the groundwork so she won't have a heart attack.
She?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm so glad the young people like you appreciated his contribution.
Well, I did.
But, you know, it's like his death wasn't in vain. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I'm trying to talk to you about.
His death was in vain?
No, his death, but you see...
I wish he had met a girl like you in his own time.
No, you don't understand.
I understand his loyalty to Sally, heavens knows. Life goes on and on and on, and except when it doesn't go on.
Please, stop crying. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's going to be a little bit of a shock, but a pleasant shock.
Oh, I've had enough shocks this past weekend to last me a lifetime.
Miss Thornton, you don't understand.
Miss
Thornton. Please, what I'm trying to tell you is very hard to explain, but Commissioner McMillan isn't dead.
You know, people think it's not painful for me to go around packing up things in this apartment just because I wasn't a blood relative.
But he wasn't killed.
Sometimes it's even worse. I have to make judgment on some things I'm not even prepared for. I don't know what to do with this Dizzy Gillespie collection.
Miss Thornton, he's alive.
So I didn't do anything with it. Nothing.
Very good.
I thought you'd feel that way. I was... I don't believe it. The little cheeks, and the little ears, and the little eyes, the little nose, and the little shoulders. Oh, you're alive.
Well, I guess I'd better go.
Wait a minute.
Oh, don't leave me.
Right back.
You're alive. You're alive. Oh, Commissioner.
Well, I tried, Commissioner.
Well, I do appreciate it. Stay down.
What do you want me to do?
Stay put.
I'm put, sir. Well, that proves one thing anyway.
Which is?
It was you they were after in the first place.
Maybe. Also proves somebody's afraid we're getting close to the truth.
Do you think we are getting closer to the truth?
Sure. Aside from the fact that we don't know who was killed, who killed him, or why, just about wraps it up.
Right, sir.
Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened? A bullet came right through that window, and he hit that door over there. Another one hit the mirror, and right there where I was sitting right there, a bullet came right there. I could have been killed.
Yeah?
Could have been killed.
Is she all right?
I must say, it wasn't thoughtful of you to let me talk on about poor Janet without once mentioning she was dead.
Sorry. Would you have spoken differently? Here, let me help you.
No, I guess not.
Dr. Winninger, last time I saw you, you mentioned something about Janet's conduct.
I also said I refused to indulge in gossip.
Well, I know, but, would you indulge a little? It might help.
Mr. McMillan, affairs between students and professors are not exactly unheard of.
Yes, I remember.
Mind you, I have no proof.
Please indulge.
Well, her major professor, Henry Lundstrom,
Mm-hmm.
I sensed... Well, no, the truth is they were quite blatant about it.
I see.
I am personally convinced that his feelings for her were somehow connected with his bizarre conduct.
Would you know what his bizarre conduct was?
He left.
He left.
3 weeks before final exams. He simply took off.
Did he get into any trouble?
No, oh, no. He wrote me a note saying that he was unable to continue his teaching duties because he was leaving immediately for Kenya.
Kenya?
To gather material for a book, he said.
Do you think he was telling the truth?
Oh, no. No. I am convinced that his departure had something to do with Janet Carney.
How?
I don't know that. I was hardly interested in the details of their little romance. It could have been a lover's spat. Good heavens.
What's the matter?
You don't suppose that... the Henry, that he could have been the one. You know, the one that was killed?
I was thinking the same thing for the past few minutes.
Oh, how awful.
Did he leave anything? Files? Anything like that?
Anything. He left everything. Would you like to take a look?
I certainly would.
I told you his departure was bizarre. He didn't take anything out of his desk.
Tell me something. Would you describe Lundstrom as a short man? Rather stocky?
No, he was average height, rather slender. Why did they think the body was yours if it was a short man?
I wasn't thinking of the victim. I was thinking of somebody else. Somebody took a shot at me.
It's just down the hall. Right here.
In here. I have been meaning to get someone in here to take care of this. Well, just what are you looking for, Commissioner?
Well, anything that might have bearing on the relationship.
Well, let's see what we can find.
Are these student papers?
Oh, yes. Yes, they are.
Nothing in here.
Ah, here's something. Here's a connection. A paper written by Janet for his class. Well, at least he didn't let his personal feelings influence his grading. He gave her a C.
Well, seems we've drawn a blank. Professor, thank you for your cooperation.
Anything I can do.
May I take this with me?
I was just about to say those papers belong to the students, but I guess poor Janet won't be coming for it, will she?
No, she won't. Thank you.
Sergeant DiMaggio here.
Steve, me.
Well, hello, sir. Welcome back.
Take this name. Henry Lundstrom, professor in the history department.
All right, sir. What about him?
Check him out. He disappeared last May.
Got any idea where he might be?
A hunch.
Where?
In a grave. Mark Stewart McMillan.
What's going on?
Father, why didn't you get out of the way?
Because
Who was that man?
I don't know. He came in and told me there'd been an accident.
An accident?
Yes, he said a man was trapped in the wreckage and was asking for last rites. We're going there.
It's a good thing you didn't go.
Why?
Because you'd probably never come back alive.
You can't be serious.
I am. Very. Let's go inside.
Father Revere and I share this office. As you can see, he's been here for quite a while.
See, thank you. Father, I think I may have an answer, at least, to some of the questions.
Even to why someone would want to hurt me?
I'd like to tell you about a story I just read.
A story?
About a man named Edmund Davis. He founded one of the first newspapers here in San Francisco. In 1849, the gold rush. He was one of the first to go there and one of the first to come back.
He had no luck?
On the contrary, when he came back, he was loaded, heavily guarded with a man named Kurt Schulin. Millions of dollars worth of gold nuggets, which he proceeded to hide.
Why?
He wanted to buy up the land surrounding his claim, but he knew he couldn't if somebody found out about his strike. Then, unfortunately, he was murdered 5 days later.
Good Lord.
Schulin was arrested, confessed, and hanged. Said he killed Davis because he didn't get his half of the gold.
Was that true?
Nobody knows, and if the gold was there, it was never found.
It's very interesting, Commissioner, but I don't see...
All of Davis's files and papers were given to the archives of the university. Recently, a professor assigned his students the job of doing papers on any of the archived material. Janet Carney was given the subject of Edmund Davis.
Janet? Okay, I see how that ties in, but I still don't see... How can I help you?
Father, you, mentioned the contractor. What was his name?
McGavin.
McGavin. And how long was he here?
Good long time.
Do you know when the church was built?
Yes, I do. Would you like to see the marker?
Yes, please.
What are you expecting?
If I'm right, 1849.
And you're right.
Davis was killed when this church was being built.
Yes. At least the original section. It's been added to over the years.
according to Janet's paper, Davis was chairman of the construction committee of this church.
It's incredible.
If any of this gold story is true, chances are he used this church as a hiding place.
The church?
Well, it was under construction. He probably knew every inch of the plans. Could have been a lot of places.
Are you suggesting the gold is still here?
I don't know. Maybe. But if somebody thought that and somebody read Janet's paper and came to that conclusion, that could explain. That could explain murder. Now, this McGavin, how long has he been here?
Quite a long time.
A long time. His first name?
Bernard.
Bernard McGavin. All right. Murder is a reasonable price for that amount of gold, especially in today's market. Worth over millions.
Millions?
Here, look at this. Who's he holding in his arm?
The orb.
Does it look like a sunburst to you, a sunrise?
Possibly. Why?
Davis's last known words were scrawled on a piece of paper. Under the sunrise, it said. Hand me that screwdriver, would you please? Thank you. Uh-oh. Come up here. Somebody's been here before us. See if you can get this out. Mm-hmm.
Well, they didn't find any more than we did, obviously. No room to hide a handkerchief, let alone a ton of gold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, still an awfully good story.
At least part of it was true. Father, who's behind this renovation?
What do you mean?
I mean, who pushed it?
McGavin himself. He even guaranteed a sizable portion of the cost. We owe him an enormous debt of gratitude.
Mm-hmm. What was he contracted for?
Just general restoring, painting, cleaning, rehabilitation. Commissioner, you said that man, he might have killed me. Why?
I don't know. Maybe to hold you as hostage, to force Father Revere to cooperate while he searched this church. Excuse me, Father, I've got some reading to do.
Here it is. I've checked it out on my card, so don't forget to return it. I already owe $2 in fines. Tell me something. Aren't you discouraged?
Sure.
I mean, you've discovered this marvelous story, and it's fantastic and all that, but...
I'm not any closer to finding the killer than I was 2 days ago.
Right. Find something interesting?
Maybe. I don't know how much it's going to help us.
Excuse me, Commissioner, but I didn't know whether you wanted me to be available or whether I should go on with my other work.
Come on in, Marine.
I'm in, sir.
Back in uniform, I see.
Too many people don't believe I'm a sergeant unless I wear it.
I know what you mean. They ought to design one for a police
Are you all right?
Maggie, give me Boston information.
Then you think you're really onto something?
I think so. The style of that painting is based on the works of Diego Moreta.
I've seen a lot of paintings that look like that.
Exactly. Everybody used to copy him.
Then why is this unusual?
In 1849, Moreto was 11 years old.
Then this was painted long after the church was built?
And long after Davis was dead.
So this couldn't be the sunrise he was referring to.
Nope.
I see. Well, that shoots down one theory, but you said you had something positive.
I want to go over this whole church again. See if there's anything else he could have been referring to.
Okay. Where do you want me to start? The gold is here. I'm afraid the only way to find it would be to tear the entire church down to the ground.
I looked everywhere. Inside the walls, under the foundation, under the floor.
Under the altar. We were looking under the wrong sunburst. It wasn't under the painting, it was under the floor.
You can't ask us to tear up the entire floor.
Just this section. Let me have the screwdriver. Uh-huh. It's metal.
I'll take that. I think if we pry here.
Yeah. It's coming. Now. Davis had the gold under here and sealed it with metal strips.
All right, now stand up, Commissioner. I'll take your bag, miss. It was very sharp of you to pick up on the sunrise clue from Janet's paper.
Very sharp for you, too, Professor Lundstrom.
Why don't we all three of us now have a nice little private conversation in the cloister? Commissioner? The problem was how to get in here and search the place. And I saw an item in the newspaper, and it was dumped in my lap.
What was the item?
Just a routine little news story saying Father William Matheson had been assigned as an assistant to Father Revere. A fellow from Boston, it said.
And you intercepted him?
That's a nice way to put it. You can stop right there.
You killed him?
He went to his spiritual reward a little ahead of time, that's all.
What made you think you could get away with that?
I'm a scholar. I knew how to bone up enough to get by for a while.
That's when Janet caught on, right?
Belatedly. When I left the campus without saying goodbye, I guess her pride was wounded. Her mind just wouldn't let go. When it finally occurred to her there might be some connection between the gold and the church, she decided to go and take a look. And whom should she run into?
Father, I wonder... Henry!
I'm sure you'll find this devotional inspiring.
Now I understand why you wanted to leave.
Come on, Janet.
You ran off because...
Don't you know I'm doing it for you?
What?
Honey, I couldn't let you be a party to some of the things I might have to do.
So you were going to contact me as soon as you had the go.
Think back, Janet. About us. Can you really doubt that?
Henry, now you listen to me.
Look, Darling, we can't talk here. I'll come see you tonight.
No, I don't think so.
We'll talk for an hour. Alone.
No, I don't trust you, Henry.
You don't trust yourself. Where do you live? I can come over tonight.
In an apartment. I'm staying in an apartment.
Which turned out to be your place, Commissioner.
Who was the other victim?
A friend of Janet's. Apparently, she didn't trust me. She decided to bring him along, unfortunately for him.
Could I ask another question?
Sure, go ahead.
Who was the clown running around taking shots at me?
Oh, him. Well, when it became obvious that you were going to keep prying until you became dangerous, I decided you'd have to be stopped. But it seemed a little risky to do it myself.
How do you go about hiring an assassin?
Good question. Prisons are very grateful to have the clergy around. It was easy to get a look at some of the records of men being released and pick a likely candidate. Would you believe I only paid him $5,000 down? Ex-cons are so grateful for job opportunities. That's enough questions, I think.
You really should have shaved your head.
What?
Don't you think it's a risk, impersonating a man with a bald head?
What are you talking about?
The real Father Matheson. Bald heads are an easy point of identification even over a telephone. When I called Boston and asked them to describe him, their first words were, "He's bald."
You didn't call.
Then how do I know he was bald?
If you knew that before you came here, why?
Why did I let you have my gun? Why did I literally offer you my gun? So we could come out here and have a nice little chat. But I was careful enough to remove the bullets first. So I think you better come along with us. Convinced?
I'm not.
Go Marine!
Take care of him.
Only $5,000, huh? That guy's getting millions.
Toss your gun down right there, Commissioner.
Sorry, Lundstrom. I'm taking you in.
If that gun isn't gone by the time I count to 3, this young lady's going to get a chance to fly. I mean it!
The hostage rule was put in just so there would be no question.
What?
The hostage rule. Code 27, paragraph 13. When a police officer is held hostage, there will be no bargaining under any circumstance.
You're not going to just watch while I throw her over.
That's right. The sooner everybody knows about it, the sooner people like you will learn never to take a hostage.
I don't believe it. You're not going to just stand there.
When did the hostage rule go into effect?
About a minute ago. All right.
Little more to the left.
How's that?
Perfect. What made you decide to call Boston in the first place?
Something Maureen said about people not believing she's a cop unless she's in uniform.
What does that have to do with anything?
The priest. We didn't think of him out of respect for the cloth. He's the only man with complete access to the church. That's why I called Boston to check up on him.
Oh, that Maureen is a smart girl.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna take her out? Who gets the gold?
No, I am not, and the church gets it.
It's a good place for it.
Father Revere is dedicating a new stained glass window in Jenna's memory.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But I still think the least you could do is take Maureen out to dinner. Just to thank her.
Never mix pleasure with business.
Oh, nonsense. Besides, you had Janice Carney in your department.
I never went out with Janet Carney.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I still think you should go out with a sergeant.
DiMaggio?
Rupert.
Who's Rupert?
Maureen Rupert.
Oh, you mean the sergeant?
I think you should go out with a sergeant.
Why didn't you say so?
Coffee. Oh, here's some sugar.
Ooh. Ugh.
আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শুন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না? তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই?
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস। এই আসো। এই কি তোরা সকালবেলা এরকম কান্দতেছিস কেন? আব্বাও কান্দতেছে, আম্মাও কান্দতেছে। কিছু আম্মা কি সকালবেলা কি সিরিয়াল দেখা শুরু করছে? তাহলে কিছু চুরি হয়েছে বাসায়? কেউ মারা গেছে? কেউ কি মরার আগে হসপিটালে অ্যাডমিট হয়েছে? তাহলে কি হয়েছে? সবাই এরকম আয়োজন করে কাঁদতেছে কেন?
বাবা মা বলতেছে আমার নাকি পড়াশোনার দরকার নাই, ধান থাকলে নাকি ধানের মাঝে চিটাও থাকে, আমি নাকি চিটা।
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে তো ঠিকই বলছে। আর তুই কখনো দেখছো আব্বা আম্মা পোলাপানের সাথে মিথ্যা কথা বলে?
ভাই কি ওই কথা কইছে? কইছে আমার 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়ে করা লাগবে, বিয়ে করা 9 মাসের মধ্যে বাচ্চা পয়দা দেওয়া লাগবে।
মাত্র 9 মাস টাইম দিছে? তুই তো নির্ঘাত ফেল করবি। মানে তোর যে পড়াশোনার কন্ডিশন তুই 9 মাসের সাথে তোর আরো মিনিমাম 4 মাস টাইম দেওয়া লাগবে, তারপর যদি বাড়ো। আকার দোকানদাররা অবশ্য নতুন যারা বিয়ে করে তাকে চেয়ার দিকে তাকায় থাকে 2 পয়সা ইনকামের জন্য, তোর দিয়ে এটাও হবে না, তুই চিন্তা বাদ। হ্যাঁ বল।
তুইও
কি?
আমি আগে সন্দেহ করছিলাম তুই আমার মায়ের পেটের ভাই না। মায়ের পেটের ভাই হলে তুই এরকম করে কথা বলতে পারতি না। তোর আমার না কোনো মিল নাই, না আছে স্বভাবের মিল, না আছে চরিত্রের মিল, না আছে তোর এই যে চেহারার মিল, গায়ের কালারের মিল, কোনো কিছু মিল নাই। বাইকটা
শোন, আব্বা আম্মায় যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কাটা দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শোন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না, আমি তোমার জীবনের বাধা। তোরা কেউ আমার ভালো চাস না, তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই।
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস।
শোন, আমি তোর ছোট হিসেবে চাই তুই আব্বা আম্মার কথাটা শোন, তুই একটা মাসের মধ্যে বিয়েটা কর, আমি কবজি ডুবা তোর বিয়ের কাচ্চি খাবো, বুঝছস? এই আসো।
ড্রেস চেঞ্জ করতেছিস?
Nghĩ nó cứ bán gì nó handle cái thị trường của cô ấy cay thật, nó cứ thích bán thực sự là khó đấy, bọn nó có nhiều mà nó handle được ngay, nó handle vậy. Anh ước gì anh có nhiều chúng nó quá, anh handle thị trường chứng khoán bình. Có bọn có nhiều cái đấy, có nhiều cổ phiếu ngày xưa ấy, chúng nó handle được thị trường tiền của nước đấy mà. Đó, chú bán với cả mua cổ phiếu xong làm kiểu thị trường bị nói chung biến động này. Anh kinh rồi anh kinh đi xin nhớ đấy. Anh không làm được cả. Quỷ wow. Đó. Anh em có sell sàn Pi không? Pi Network. Ngoài sự ác quỷ ấy. Sao? Đó nhưng mà cái Pi đây chúng nó lừa mấy ông bà già ác thật, lừa mấy ông bà già kinh thật. Lừa sự lừa mấy ông bà già. Em bảo sai con cương, anh nhặt con cương ở đây. Cần tiền để lên chết đấy. Ui thua trắng à? Phải qua zip tất cả, xét cái quán ra zip xét không? Nó run ra à? Được quá. Trái đất mới à? Trái đất mới à? Bay bao nhiêu rồi? Bay được lại là 4 lap ạ, đều hiểu. Mình qua 6 tuổi rồi. Trời ơi. Anh bán vài pet rồi. Léo pet là hơn 1 triệu. À có một con pet hơn 1 triệu rồi, anh phải quay mới ra. Anh phải quay đây, pet mythic của thầy. Thích lấy pet mythic ở đây không? Đó, Yên thấy anh của chúng ta. Không được đâu thầy ơi. Núp. Rồi quyết định. Có dễ mà. Dễ. Gây nhanh mà. Full một. Chết chả. Ôi trời ơi. Mình ở nhiều đồ nhỉ? Mua đây full một rồi. Chết rồi 8 máu. Tao máu đéo ra cái đéo gì chơi này. Giờ mới ra siết. Ây à, tao máu mới ra siết vui. Thôi. Tao máu mới ra siết. Xin ra 2, xin ra 2. Thôi đi. 4. Mày đi. Anh hiểu ý không? Anh hiểu ý mà. Mày đi. Em Dương cày gầy mà. Dương gầy mà. Dương này Hoàng Tuấn bảo mày béo. Nó bảo nó béo là mình thích bảo nó béo không? Đuổi mà. Ôi dạ. Không em ơi, Muốn rồi. Em Dương à? Dương là gì anh? Con em gì Dương? Banh. Đâu? Em hỏi cái gì cơ? Tốt nào? Dạ. Để làm cho phát mình đấy. Bổ ích cả. Chương mở đầu. Cái thằng Vững này thích đi xem lịch sử của Nhật Hàn Quốc không? Thằng con lợn này. Thằng Vững xem lịch sử Hàn Quốc anh em ơi. Thằng Vững xem lịch sử Hàn Quốc ấy. Con lợn này. Nó đi xem nó xem bảo tàng mấy cái văn chương lịch sử của Hàn Quốc ấy, ở trong đóng trong khung này trôn bố à mấy trôn bố lợn này chú mắc à? Bố anh cần quay con đen gì đấy, cần quay cái con background đen gì à? Được đấy. Xóa rồi. Ô để chạy sang chân tâm lý. Ô anh rẻ người Hàn Vinh Chí Linh phải biết.
Thấy đi chơi đi một lần đi
do Mr. Beat à? Mr. Beat à? Vì anh mới dương chiến. Rồi hết. Chết tiền, để tiền. Chết tiền. Rồi, vẫn mở được chứ mà. Em muốn lên được 9 lap ở đây, 10 lap. 15. Nên quay cùng cho em tháng 20 cũng anh cần nhiều. Rồi hết rồi. Tiếng gì nhỉ? Tôi nghe tiếng gọi của tiếng gọi từ gì? Tiếng gọi. Xoay vàng. Tao để tay em à? Thằng Dương nó đứng đây để vang em. Thằng Dương nó đứng đây. Chứ tao chưa lấy mic game bình thường ngày nào để đấy tao chỉ cho tay nghe này. Ừ. 300 mũ rồi, cần 400 mũ 2 lần. Bây giờ tí tắm bao giờ 13 giờ mà bao giờ chúng mày tắm sớm vậy.
Sao? Tao mày đi đâu? Mày mua bố mày tao bố mày kêu quần áo chứ.
Chết rồi. Không rồi, thầy ơi binh chị. Thế à, thế cứ đấy. Ngủ bà. Vào không ngủ. Nó không ngủ. Rồi như đéo ở đây. Đéo biết là cái gì. Còn đi học tướng à? Rồi xong, lại cho tướng. Rồi. 400 mà 400 về vua kia mở quả trứng ấy, mở quả trứng mừng ngũ ấy. Bình chia lên giết.
Đi đâu?
Anh nhớ mà, anh nhớ chỉ số xe màn hình của máy anh vào lần trước anh tự chỉnh lại. Của anh là 1213682 rồi. Epic, mày đi, Epic vào đây rồi. Vẫn thấy đây sử dụng Legend đây sử dụng khó. Đây có 1000 nói phút. Thằng đéo đây. Ui, hack về chi lộ rồi. Thôi. Làm sao ta?